Thompson now. Off the play fake. We do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the slant. Watch the defense.
Thompson operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They go play action here on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Rosen off the play action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Odell Beckham, 33 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now Greg and that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it winds. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. Time to roll through the starters now defensively for Miami. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
This is a unit that understands what needs to be done to stop the run. And they're a team that goes out and executes as well. Yeah, it's the mantra, stop it, but then going out and getting it done. Two different things. They combine them.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to have a third down.
Check 41. Be a long day for you.
To throw on third down, Thompson. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On second down, it's Bailey. And they can't bring him down. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. That one good for 33 and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A give to Smith out of the gun. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On third down, Bailey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They go play action. It's Rosen. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure to.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Odell Beckham with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Thompson. This is Coleman with the ground. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A nice pickup there. 18 yards. First down, Falcons. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Andrew Brown there on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle but couldn't spring himself free. And this one is right down the middle. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Play action here with Rosen. He finds his target, Beckham. All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And a give this time to the tailback.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. That play got bottled up.
On the draw, this is Smith. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Here's Thompson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number, and rank with his peers. Everyone wants to be number one. He wants to post that number like a good golfer, right? Post the best score and go to the clubhouse and kick back and see if anyone can match it.
Well, and he's the go-to guy here out wide. We'll see what they can do with him in this game defensively. They have a big challenge on their hands. 22 yards there, a first down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Yep. It's caught inside the 25. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Rosen will throw. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's go deep, tighten up. 6-6, pull it high.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Ito Smith heading back out with the rest of his offensive crew. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
It's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This one caught by Ridley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you always want to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Thompson to throw again. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw is Thompson on 1st and 10. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Thompson throwing on first down. That's complete to Smith. And brought down, but not before. Out with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we've come upon halftime. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they... still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
And that's the relief.
He's got him in, complete, the 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Odell Beckham, 75 yards, and the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. That's successful.
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Right back to him on first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Thompson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Thompson now looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got Burton here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times, when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though?
Absolutely. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Just like that. Just like that.
On play action, Rosen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep. And this is caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Odell Beckham, 37 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record. And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. He sort of just keeps chipping away at this defense. Hasn't had a spectacular game, but here in the third quarter that they've known all game long that he's there.
He's the type of guy that frustrates you if you're playing defense, because when you think you've taken away something or you think you've got him in check, he comes up with another catch, the chains move, or he finds a way to get it to the end zone. He's that guy that drives you crazy, and offenses love him.
He's hoping to drive him more crazy here coming up. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he loses the football a second time, and the Falcons grab it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Thompson from the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Thompson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Defense.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Gordon. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
4 down, 4 down. 5.
Following the fumble recovery, Thompson, and he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Minus 57, 57's right. Come on.
Now Thompson on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Ready? You better break it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw is Thompson from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Rosen is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now it's Rosen. He finds Beckham complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's Thompson, operating from the gun. Open man right side is St. Brown. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Well, 4th quarter, like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Falcons about set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
He's got his tight end, Burton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Thompson now. From the gun, he'll throw. It's caught. Smith.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. From the gun on 3rd down. Thompson. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Thompson on 1st and 10. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again. Thompson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Dolphins, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they're going to bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at 2-14. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the victory.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some justice shoes. Okay. a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out.